The summer of 1874 in Philadelphia had been warm, cheerful, and carefree, until July 1st, when something would happen that would change America forever. This was not just a case of a missing child, it was the first known kidnapping for ransom in U.S. history, a mystery that gripped the nation and has never been solved. Charley Brewster Ross was just 4 years old, the youngest son of Christian and Sarah Ross. The family lived in the Germantown section of Philadelphia. Charley was a lively, golden-haired boy who spent most of his time with his older brother Walter, who was 5 years old. In the days leading up to the 4th of July, two men in a horse-drawn buggy had been visiting the Ross children outside their home. They seemed friendly, bringing candies and making playful conversation. What the boys didn't know, and what their parents could never have imagined, was that this trust would be exploited in the most sinister way. On July 1, 1874, the two men arrived again and offered to take Charley and Walter to buy fireworks. Enticed by the promise, the boys got into the buggy. Walter would later recall that they stopped at a store. One of the men gave him money and sent him inside to buy candy. When he came out, the buggy, the men, and Charley were gone. Walter walked home alone in confusion. At first, his parents thought it was a prank. But by nightfall, panic set in. They searched the streets, alerted neighbors, and contacted police. Nothing turned up. Then came the letters. The Ross family received multiple ransom letters, crudely written, demanding $20,000, a massive sum for the time. The notes warned the family not to contact the police and promised Charley's safety if their demands were met. Christian Ross was a modest dry goods merchant and could not afford the ransom. He pleaded for time and even published open letters to the kidnappers in the newspapers. But the notes grew more threatening and erratic. The abductors never allowed proof that Charley was still alive. No meeting was ever arranged. The letters eventually stopped. The case took a bizarre and tragic turn in December 1874, 6 months after Charley's disappearance. Two criminals, Bill Moshe and Joe Douglas, attempted to break into a house in Brooklyn, New York. The homeowners were armed and shot them during the break-in. As Moshe lay dying, he confessed to being involved in the Ross kidnapping. Douglas, wounded but alive, also implicated Moshe and confirmed that they had taken Charley, but claimed he didn't know where the boy was now. Investigators were hopeful that Douglas could lead them to Charley. But shortly after, he died from his injuries. Both kidnappers were dead, and Charley's whereabouts remained unknown. The case captured headlines across the country. "Who stole Charley Ross?" became a national cry. The Ross family even hired the famous Pinkerton detective agency, but no trace of Charley was ever found. Christian Ross spent the rest of his life searching. He published a book, The Father's Story of Charley Ross, detailing every clue, every letter, and every heartbreak. Over the decades, hundreds of people claimed to be Charley, but all were proven false. Charley's kidnapping was not only the first known ransom-for-money abduction in the United States, but also a catalyst for child protection laws and changes in how law enforcement handled kidnappings. Before this, child abduction wasn't seen as a federal crime. After Charley, everything changed. Even today, the case remains officially unsolved. His name is largely forgotten by the public, but among historians, it remains one of the most chilling mysteries of the 19th century. Though Charley Ross never returned home, his story left a permanent mark. It was a tale of innocence stolen, of a family's enduring grief, and of a justice system not yet ready for crimes of this kind. Over 150 years later, we still ask, what happened to Charley Ross?